Hi, this is Laurie Wallin from Living Power Life Coaching. I've been doing a video series recently called Raising Your Tough Nut. These are bits and pieces of one of my most requested talks with parenting and women's groups. And this is the third installation, and I've got my working hat on here because this is where we really get down to the nitty-gritty. The last two have been talking about kind of how we see things and kind of the mindset that we go into as we deal with behaviors that are particularly tough over a period of time with our kids. And this one is where you're going to need a pen and a piece of paper, and we're going to start to brainstorm some concrete ideas to be able to change the way we see the interactions that bother us most about our kids and change the way they see them too, which is even more important. So get your pen and your paper. I want you to write down a couple of things that you love about your child. In a different column on that paper, would you write down what frustrates you to no end about their child? If you look real hard at that list, or those two, you will probably see some connections between those two. For example, with my kids, I have a 3-year-old who is constantly talking. And for the first 5 minutes, it's so cute because she's super verbal and really eloquent about how she talks for a 3-year-old kid. But after a while, I'm literally trying to find pillows to put over my ears. When I would write my list, I would say she's really communicative as a positive thing that I really love about her. And on the negative side, will you ever stop talking? They're two sides of the same coin a lot of the time. And in fact, I would challenge all of the time that the thing that bothers you most about your child is something you love about them as well. We start with how we talk about them. So instead of them overhearing us talking on the phone to a friend, or hearing us talk to our spouse, or talking to one of their siblings about the kinds of things that frustrate us about them, they hear us talking about what gives us joy about them. So the whining situation, I mentioned that before for a toddler. Ah, Mom, ah. Okay, that can get to you really fast. So instead of thinking, you're such a whiner, stop with the whining, we can just say, okay, you really need something from Mom right now. You're really, really hanging on to it. You're really, really persistent about it. What is it? What is it that you need? Do you need a cuddle? Do you need to stuff your face into a bunch of soft blankets and roll around? Do you need to feel comforted? What do you need? How can I help you take care of that situation that's bothering you right now? How about preschoolers? Okay? You're feeling really creative right now. You're feeling really inspired. So instead of dumping the contents of my bathroom drawers onto the floor and making little pretend situations out of them, can you please help me build this Lego city over here? What if we made a whole school out of your dolls? Give options like, hey, let's do that. I love that you're doing that. Here's where you can and here you can't to do these things. School age. For school age, I have a daughter who's very, very talkative. I have 2 of them. Yes, my first and last. My first, just good stuff. I want her to talk to me, right? She's getting into the tween years. We want to keep those communication lines open. However, I don't think I can last with the amount of endurance that she requires of me. So what do? Hey, you know what? Oh, you have so many great stories to tell Mommy after 30 minutes of talking. Kiddo, can you go and write down the rest of those? I really want to be able to pay attention, and my ears are kind of tired out right now. Can you write those down for me in a journal so that I can read them? Because it's really important. I want to hear what you have to say. And it's just, Mom, I'm tired right now. So let's pick this up again. Or, hey, do you want to write a story about it? Or, hey, do you want to draw a picture about it? Be communicative, and let's do this in a way that honors both of our needs right now. So that's the structure that we want to start putting into place. Finding out what's good, what our kids are trying to be good at when they're driving us crazy, and finding a way to support them in making that better choice, in going towards the end game, becoming that person that we really see them being and at their best as they get older. And how we can just be partnering with them in that instead of feeling like victims of waves just coming at us with these behaviors. So get your work cap on, keep that list handy. You're going to be building it more, I'm sure, over time. Things that you like, things that are frustrating. See if you can find those connections. See if you can find ways to start to affirm the positive sides of those behaviors in your kids. Look forward to the next time. Have a great week.